Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
It is a riddle that is yet to really be unfurled. Okay, so anyway, the Karma will be locked in here for Call Me.
Call Me also absorbing his ball.
Yeah, they all just dive on top of him. He's in the bouncy castle, and there goes first blood. And it's over to Jiwoo. You mentioned things potentially being over in the bottom.
No contest already going to come through here. They're already pinging towards the top half of the map.
Yep, that's where Sylvie is. Supreme power of this guy's lack of fear.
What an iconic top laner's Envy.
Call Me just threw that thing to Narnia, and now Envy could be in trouble. There's the flash forward from Jiwoo. He wants this one. There's the Q, and Call Me just steals it away.
Call Me a little bit optimistic.
But this is with Void Mites as well, so 6 grubs. Just doing their very best to avoid all of this poke, and they are able to do so. The orb not really hitting the targets. And there's a Mega Cone to get the Crocodile in towards the backline. Members not quite working out here, as there is the Shockwave onto 2. Envy locks down the first kill, as now Jiwoo up in the air and unable to pull back the feathers. It's a disaster as the double kill comes in for Envy, and Bro have come alive.
And this is what we were talking about. You cannot underestimate the power of a skirmishing composition like this going into the third Drake fight. Nongshim, unfortunately, Call Me goes down immediately and...
Oh, never you mind. Okay, there is the Magnet Storm as Karis and Polo are going to get pulled back. Karis is likely to be dead here, but Polo, he's allowed to go back and report to his masters what happened. You know, sort of like that messenger that gets sent back after the battle. That's what it sort of looked like there.
I bring tidings, my lord. Bro composition struggles is if you don't have control of the river, if you don't control that's oh so important Banana Brush, you can't start off the fight with the engage the way that Nongshim has. You need to find a pick. Finding a pick when you don't have any control is really hard. It's the TP.
Yeah, Dindin.
They don't know.
The Dominus has already been popped as now Karis is going to get dove upon. It's a decent shockwave defensively, but he's still just going to get lapped up by the Crocodile. Massive engage as well off to the side. And now Nongshim, they're demonstrating to Bro what they're capable of in these team fights, and they'll look for a Baron immediately afterwards.
In the battle of the power of friendship, Nongshim find the first big blow as that Dragon Take didn't mean that
here by Gideon, needing to flash to get back towards the rest of his teammates. Is now Morgan on a flank angle, wanting to find an opportunity early. Featherstorm here from Jiwoo. As Peter, what can you actually do to try and help this one? As Sylvie, so many sticks in him as now Envy just trying to catch up. What was Call Me doing there? Well, he is just going to die, unfortunately. And find themselves a skirmish if Morgan can get a flank angle, go all out onto a key target. Things so held back as Dindin. He's just out of here.
Do you have Kalista and Rakan, or Rel and Rakan?
Taking a fair bit of damage. He's going to get snared up. Heartbreaker does come down, but the Q is at the ready. Now the Viego going to be far more difficult to get these resets as Morgan going to get attacked by Dindin here, who has so much health, but it's Sylvie that's taken down first. The hostile takeover rains down, and Dindin's health bar is just melting. Look at how glorious he is when he goes golden, and then he's immediately dead afterwards. Low. This Baron could be a difficulty.
Pommy gets TP back in.
Karis.
It's never Brover, Atlas!
It ain't Brover. We are both breathing. We are all breathing as Call Me comes on in. Polu getting taken down so low. Karis in trouble. He gets bailed out, and it is going to work here as Jiwoo picks up a double. Okay, Gideon and Envy against the world, and Jiwoo has a full health bar. That is going to be ended, though, because Envy takes it down. And now Call Me, he's going to have to run away. I don't know, what's another Q that we're just completely baffled by. And Envy doesn't want to do the Baron. No, 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 no.
Please, we need to find something different for the next game. As Jiwoo does a lot of heavy lifting here, finds both Karis. Yeah, absolutely pivotal. Then
goes
tries
on
to
everyone. It's glorious. Okay, Nongshim, they are going to lose their top inner turret. As we mentioned before, they are able to take that Chemtech Soul. Morgan wanders into this brush, doesn't get to see.
Oh, they're looking for a TP angle.
Yeah, as Karis going to get crashed into here. This is a little bit of danger. Gets the shockwave out, but that has a pretty low cooldown. There's the quickness, there's Grand Entrance, and a Q going to land on the stationary target. And Karis, unfortunately, just punished for some...
taking down the one Orianna without flash.
Well, it is still a 3.8 And Nongshim are going to be able to take an inhibitor turret off the back of this as well. And so stop the backs is going to be the game plan here for Nongshim, as they will leave this inhibitor alive. That's what they want. As Colmy's going to have to flash to get out of the way of Polu. Nice handshake going to come on through there as he gets a huge shield. But it isn't going to be enough as Gideon going to... And with this inner going down as well, Bro will actually have a relatively significant gold advantage. Doesn't have a GA. Like, all of these items that he has are really good at doing damage, but not a lot of them at protecting him, as he's going to get queued, and the Shockwave is going to have to be Featherstormed. So Jiwoo now able to get some autos into Morgan, but that's Morgan. That's not the priority target, as there's a Fate's Call right on top of Sylvie, who's the one that can also take damage, and now Colmy's in trouble. He breaks the arm guard, as Envy going to get engaged on. Peter fights forward with the quickness, and now Sylvie with the Magnus Storm. It is a catastrophe in the middle of this team fight, but Jiwoo is still alive, and so is Envy. So it's a 1-for-1 or a 1-for-2.
Might have been Morgan getting, I think, 3 or 4-man queue off there in the midst of it, which keeps him alive for so much longer. And the reset from Gideon there. The Karma shielding actually coming up huge there as he possessed. And now Exodia here for Brion. Nongshim. Brion just yeet Polo in there.
Yeah, make sure that you keep these minions all alive. That is what they need to do.
That's it!
As there it is, they do yeet Polo in there, but it is just going to be to try and lock down Sylvie. He's going to get shielded though, as the hostile takeover comes in, but it doesn't get too much done. The Renekton is still in the base. I repeat, he is still in the base, and now... Oh, Jiwoo's going to have to Featherstorm as Polo. Oh, he gets hit back, and the GA is going to get procced, as now Peter is dashing around the fight. They still have 2 Nexus turrets up and available. The Renekton is back in here, but it's Envy that's starting to pop off. Gideon going to get feathers ripped through him, and there is the wrath of the dragon. Dundun trying to get health back, trying to use this Sundered Sky, but he pops like a balloon. And Bro, after 47 grueling minutes, he managed Aatrox in this composition. It is just a very short-range handshake between both of these squads until the late game, where
Envy and Polo, if they wait like half a second more, Polo wouldn't have survived, and that could have been a kill for the Zeri. That would have been big as
that's a ghosting. Indeed. I don't know whether he's necessarily winning, but right now things not necessarily going as well as they could be, as Wind becomes Lightning, and there's the audacious charge. Flash forward from Morgan, but he gets stunned up with the boot from the E, and now Dundun is trying to run. He gets a big old shield, but that does not matter, and that is going to be first blood going over to Gideon. It has led to Jiwoo with an 11 CS advantage.
Yes, the defensive Lucian. Oh!
Yes, and there's a Magnus Storm in the mid lane. Karis is going to have to flash, and the Shockwave is nothing. About Dune. Let's talk about this first turret going down for Nongshim. And then we can go back to talk about
Okay,
we're going to teleport in towards this Cloud Drake. They are going to be able to take that one down, and now Dundun going to walk back towards top
as well. They don't want to give up this Drake.
They are committed to it. All right, Colmy around on the flank here is the crash down, not really doing too much. Magnus Storm only onto Gideon, and he has so many options defensively. Is now Morgan. He's popped the World Ender. Jiwoo skates over the wall to try and escape the Aatrox, but the flash forward is so big. The ultimate going to do nothing for Jiwoo because he's in the death chamber, and the knockup's just raining down. The Lord has said that Bro are 2-0ing this series.
Apollo don't have their ults either. I think Nongshim might be able to take this.
Well, we'll just have to see. Karis moving on over here. Morgan is going to get into the area as Dundun doing his very best just to tank this one up. Karis, can you find a hero Shockwave in this moment? As there goes the Baron, but can they keep themselves alive? The Shockwave connects onto Jiwoo. That is a priority target, as Envy is kept alive by all these shields and heals. Killing the Baron. But it is starting to tick up, as we can see. 2.1k as Jiwoo now caught potentially as he's pulled back. Okay, the ulti does come on through. Morgan just going to solo kill Jiwoo, and one of their Barons is now gone.
Who ends up picking Soul eventually? Because inevitably the game is going to go to Soul.
Oh yeah, as Jiwoo dashing forward, and Envy is just going to get collapsed on. The Lucian really has done absolutely nothing this game, so that they couldn't go and defend this Drake that is going to be taken.
Yeah, and that's what's going on. We'll see if they actually want a hard commit to doing this. I hope they turn. Colmy does have TP.
Yeah, and Colmy's going to have to press that button if they do want to try and stop this, because Bro looks like they're committing to getting this damage down. Sylvie getting into the area is now Dundun getting amongst it as well.
Polu
taking so much damage is now Gideon with the Crescent Guard into the back line. Polu just goes down, and now Colmy has turned up to this fight. Dundun just running amok, and Morgan, he cannot do it by himself. These resets for Colmy are just gigantic, and Envy once again a passenger in this game as he's just going to get lapped up. And Colmy just bouncing around like Mario, picks up the triple kill, and this might just be the end.
Of course we're going to a game number 3,
Atlas. Was written, Chronicler.
We knew, but what a comeback game from Colmy. Really, after a really rough Karma performance, the Tristana gets picked up, and we were a little bit apprehensive, but man, did Nongshim make it work.
This was not even close. This was Nongshim in control from beginning. Oh, never mind. Jace, the consideration. So that's going to be the pickup here for the mid lane. So it's an agreement. We've just got no magic damage protocol at him. I believe that's the name. It's a very weirdly named ability. Is now Sylvie going to move up just a little bit in front.
Oh, that's big.
The Arctic Assault is going to miss, but that means that Morgan is running in the wrong direction. The Q is going to connect from Dundun. And Gideon just not able to do anything at all.
There's not a lot of mana.
That's a flash, and Jiwoo's just going to dash out of the way of it. So no handshakes to come on in here, as that is a solo kill.
Again, getting the flash early was quite nice as here. Colmy. Yeah, it's very straightforward.
Yeah.
Just had... Oh.
Stacks it up. Flash up. 30 CS is the lead for Envy. And I still don't understand why you'd ever pick Lucian. Just don't get it. Just hasn't been good. And there's a Fate's Call. He may have to flash this time around. There's the handshake, and he does end up flashing over the wall, but Envy is going to be there, so he's going to use every summoner spell, and he is still dead. It went from bad to worse. Gate. And we'll be able to take the cannon, so there we go. Not all bad news. As now Sylvie just wants to go for a bit of a walk in his jungle and is instead just going to get thrown around. Envy going to grab himself yet another kill. Sante. And therefore, the Aatrox takes no damage and everything is fine. Still, there's going to be Bro, as we do have still about, 35 seconds left on these plates at the same time as Jiwoo. You're not allowed to stand up that far. And yes, I know that there are minions that are just dying to the turret. As they're looking for a little bit of a battle here. As in they go, Nature's Grasp comes down from Gideon, and Colmy, he's just out of there because Sylvie is very, very dead. Glacial Prison, the fadeaway does come through, but Polo happy to tank that one up. Is now on the Bro side of things. Even turning the lights on, man, that's really, really cool. But there's a team fight now as Sylvie goes in. A lot of damage onto Envy, but the bailout is there. It's not going to be enough, though, as now Gideon's in trouble as well. Colmy, cancels like a million auto attacks, and unfortunately, that is going to mean that the tree survives. An environment.
That's good, though. Getting mid lane turret, absolutely huge here.
Oh, okay. Well,
guess it's fine.
Yeah, he's not going to get. Well, he does.
It was not. It was not fine.
Says the narrator. I don't really want.
No. Actually, you're doing me a favor. Look at you, giving me free interactions. That's so nice of you.
No, you're welcome.
What's the catch?
The fact that you have to deal with the interactions, not me.
Yeah. TP as well was that. That's the most. I am TPing, not because I actually can contribute. Yeah, Bro take a ton of poke, and then they try to force the fight, and then it doesn't work. And then
no, they're not going to. Well, they are going to start and try to force this fight as in goes Gideon, goes on a very long journey, and actually they've managed to single out Sylvie. Morgan into the backline is kind of working as the Shock Blast somehow manages to miss, as now Peter's going to get flashed on, and Karis manages to lock down that kill.
Oh, never mind, Dundun's TPing in.
All right, let's see whether they can make something happen, but the Buster Shot is going to push Sylvie away. They're trying to burst this one down. Sylvie has to get in there, but he's not going to be able to. They lock down their soul, and now the explosive charge is doing so much work. Envy locks down the first one onto Colmy, who just went to the skies and gets wiped out. Polu going to be rewarded for his efforts by taking down the Cassante. Soften him up.
Sylvie's going to be here.
Yeah, Sylvie can potentially get over this wall. Oh, this would be the most Bro thing to do.
No!
As Sylvie gets it, down, and it goes down to about 17 HP. Oh dear. Well, Bro, I mean, you knew that was going to happen. Shim are richer
Colmy has
than
free
Bro.
items. Like, his poke actually is going to be really, really big here. Just finished this Surreal does.
Yeah. And there it is! They managed to find the Glacial Prison, and he's out of there. Envy now as well. Oh my god, Jiwoo taking matters into his own hands.
No way!
Bail that out! Oh my god, Bro, if you lose with Infernal Soul, Oh dear. Well,
Basically, most of the gold lead, and the gold lead alone is not indicative of this game because of the Infernal Soul. But if you're... It's like the definition of a perfect game, just keeps getting harder and harder.
yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
build enough Dirks, and these squishy champions do just take big damage.
Yeah, especially with the Elder Burn as well.
Right.
If Nongshim get 2 inhibs and just never let Brion leave their base, that could actually be enough. That could be what ends up... There's no way Brion.
It's
don't get it done
19
with
seconds.
Infernal Soul.
19 seconds until Bro can actually fight them. Because with this Elder, there is nothing that they can do.
Nongshim,
10 seconds
just inhibs,
time.
right? We're not trying to end the game, right?
Oh, no, Jiwoo. I don't know about that one, but there's a Glacial Prison. They are following up on this. So much damage here. And I love that even after Jiwoo had the most awful
Oh my god, they're
early
going to try to
game,
end with Nash?
yeah, they're looking for it. The Baron's still there for another minute, and these Shock Blasts are raining hell
TP!
down upon them. Okay, here's the flank from the Lord. Can Morgan make something happen here? Twisted Advance, Gideon explodes as the Lucian takes him down, but he's found the back line! The Morgan getting in there! And Nongshim are running away. They lose the Lucian.
How did they
Gideon
get
goes down
away?
as well. It's 1-for-1, and really, I got really excited and stuff. Nothing really happened. Let's be honest. We started. Nongshim, I mean, is there going to be a chance here? Because, yeah, your Nexus turrets are going to explode. The Winions.
The TP!
Yeah, Colmey's committed to. He's like, I don't even care about this. I'm just going to blow up your Nexus, and that is a perfect way to do it. Brion want one more team fight. They may get one. You've definitely lost the game. It's Morgan.
Wait.
He managed to make it back there. Never you mind. Okay.
No.
Okay, so Karis and Morgan and Colmey
it's a 1 for
both
2.
made it to the base.
It's a 1 for 2.
But still, the Elder is going to be taken down.
Oh!
So Nongshim are just going to take it, and it's going to work out in the end.
Old Reliable gives his life
To save it,
it is,
for Nongshim.
It is so worth it. Car is TPing back as... Oh, the trap. The trap!
Oh, Jiwoo possibly caught out of position. Epic! Oh my god. Okay, just explode.
They have to try. Yeah, they have to
you have to
flip
give it
there.
a crack. As now Polu, the dragon, is probably going to yell at him as Sylvie lumbers towards him as this Porro of Doom.
Oh my
Paris,
god!
can you do it? Can you defend as the rocket jump does get him back there as Jiwoo? He's taking so much damage here. Thankfully, the turret does go down. There's the flash twisted advance as Gideon does say goodnight to the Lucian. Still, Colmey's able to lock down that kill. These inhibitors just respawn.
Okay, do the TP's in. It's
yeah,
fine.
there are more teleports.
Oh, Atlas!
Dindin's health bar is way too big for Morgan to get through. He's got way too much armor as well, as now Peter and Colmey are going to be able to get this one done. Nongshim, for the first time this season, almost are going to be able to win a game. Okay, there it goes. Finally, it is taken down. For the first time this season, they're able to win a 3-game series.